Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. I was not expecting this today. But we actually just received some leaks for episode 76 part 2, and they are insane. We got some of the most mysterious leaks ever, and Boom didn't just post one leak, but instead, just like last time, he posted 3 leaks, which means episode 76 part 2 is right around the corner, and in one of these leaks, Boom sneaked in the infamous chair while also sneaking in a secret text, which we'll talk about later in the video. Alongside this, if you haven't seen my last video, I revealed some extra information about episode 76 part 2 that was told to me by Mr. Boom himself, so today we'll go over all this. If you haven't seen these leaks yet, buckle up because it looks like part 2 of episode 76 will be a crazy ride, and I don't think it'll end well for the Alliance. You'll understand what I mean when you see the secret text Boom sneaked into the second leak. But before I get started, make sure to like this video and subscribe to not miss any news about the future episodes. Anyways, here we go. First of all, the fact that we have received all these leaks means that the episode's production is probably going smooth, and Boom might actually be close to finishing it. So it is possible that we'll get to watch episode 76 part 2 in a couple of days if everything goes well. I doubt it'll come out tomorrow because it's been a long while since an episode came out one day after the leaks, and we didn't even get a leak on the merch store today. This might maybe mean that we'll actually get at least one more leak before the episode, but with Boom and how he posts these leaks, nothing is guaranteed. I think right now he is trying to get a bigger presence on Twitter because he has been posting some of the leaks on his Twitter account last 2 episodes. Anyways, the first leak we received is of a TV man standing on the battleground we saw in episode 76 part 1. In this leak, it's unclear what this TV man is trying to do, but it's interesting that he came here and we know exactly where this is, unless the object I'm about to show you moved. If you look behind the TV man on the right, we can actually see the small plant that was moving in episode 76 part 1, just like the chair. This object was seen in episode 76 part 1 where the Astro Troop was killed by the large cameraman, which means that unless this object teleported already, we are still at the same place, and it's possible that this frame is from the beginning of the episode. And the fact that this TV man has his beams open might mean that there are Astros or normal toilets around the place. But I don't know what he is pointing at with his finger. Boom either put this in because it looks cool, or maybe he is pointing at something important. It's also possible that he is giving directions to the cameraman around him. It really will be interesting to see a TV man's reaction to the Skibidi and the Alliance team up. They are probably aware of what's happening, but we haven't seen their reactions yet. There is also a cameraman behind this TV man who looks a little hurt, but it's really hard to see what happened because of the fire in front of him. I don't remember if we saw him in episode 76 part 1, but he definitely is not a reinforcement cameraman because he doesn't have the upgrades. He also is not the cameraman I'll show you in the second leak because it doesn't seem like he has a weapon. But what do you think the TV man is doing? The fact that he is using his beam right here means that there might be some enemies around the place, or maybe he is using it on the toilets that are teaming up with the Alliance, or maybe even brainwashing Astros or toilets to help them. Also, do you think TV Woman will also be there? I hope she is, bruh. It's been a while since we saw her at this point. After this, we have 2 more leaks, and the last leak I'll show you will actually blow your mind. In the second leak, we see a cameraman with a stun gun who probably is the same cameraman we saw next to the POV cameraman in episode 76 part 1. It looks like this is also in a similar place as the last leak I showed you and is most likely really close to the ending portion on episode 76 part 1, but what's behind the cameraman? It's really weird, isn't it? The chair is once again back. This is the same chair we saw in episode 76 part 1, which moved, but it changed places somehow. It was next to a wall looking sideways in part 1, while here it's in the middle of nowhere, rotated looking right at the cameraman squad. This chair, the plant we saw in the last episode, are definitely some sort of beings. They either are a new race that has shape-shifting abilities, or secret agent created some new technology to be able to shape-shift into objects. These objects are definitely watching the Alliance and what's going on. There literally is no other explanation. I don't know when this will be revealed, but the fact that we have been seeing these objects every episode and every leak is crazy. My bet is on a new race and not really secret agent, but it's possible that it may be related to the secret agent as well, because the chair reminds us of a man sitting on a chair, which in the context of this series is definitely the secret agent. I think the first confirmation will come with us seeing the chair and the secret agent at different places, but at the same time. The fact that this leak shows that the chair moved might also mean that the plant from the first leak also moved or teleported just like the chair, and the place we see in the first leak might actually be different than the place we were at in episode 76 part 1. All this will be revealed whenever the episode comes out, but this leak has more secrets to it. If you zoom in and look carefully, you'll see that there is a reverse text on the right bottom. Unlike most secret text, Boom writes, this time it's actually pretty easy to read, and if you reverse the image it says, fodder. I saw a lot of people being confused about this term, but if you ask me, Boom probably used this word in a similar meaning to bait, which most likely means that these cameramen that we see here will probably die in this episode. After seeing this, my hopes of this episode ending well for the Alliance has gone down to 0, and you probably should prepare yourself for a bad ending. I feel like this episode will be really interesting because whenever Boom wants to give some info on episode, it usually has some twist to it. And as you guys know, a while ago it was leaked that Boom actually simps for a character in the series, and in my last video he revealed to me that the character he simps for will actually appear in episode 76 part 2, which is crazy. We have no idea which character this is, but there isn't many options. There is 2 options as far as we know, and the first one is the fact that it might be a human that the secret agent simps for, or an Astro female because we've yet to see the female being of the Astros, and if she is anything like the female elites of the Alliance, she is probably hella powerful and is coming to kill off everyone. But we gotta ask ourselves, is Boom really simping for a toilet, and if so, how the hell is bro judging me on simping for TV woman, bruh? He is cooked if it's a toilet. The next leak we see is actually one of the most mysterious leaks we've ever received because I don't think anyone knows what this is yet. We see a core, a red core that looks huge and pretty advanced. So far, to our knowledge, the red energy is used by the Speaker Man, and we've yet to see Titan Speaker Man, which could mean that he has been getting upgrades, but this core doesn't look like it's on a body right now, and it might actually be misleading us. Maybe it's not even a core and a weapon, because if you look carefully, there is something behind it as well. Maybe this is a new weapon either used by the Alliance or the Astros, and if it is used by the Astros, we are cooked, bruh. Everyone is probably dying in part 2. It's really not understandable what this exactly is. The quality also looks pretty bad because this leak was posted on Boom's Instagram page, and Instagram compresses images too much and makes them a little blurry and pixelated. I doubt we'll know what this image actually is until the episode is posted, but these leaks were actually crazy. If you don't want to miss out on the analysis when it comes out, since it looks like there'll be some important stuff happening in part 2, make sure to like this video and subscribe with notifications on.